Hello, parents, parents to be, and lovers of parenting content. You are welcome to yet another parenting class. My name is Ini, and you're watching Parenting with Ini. This is where we get to navigate through parenting together. And in today's video, oh my goodness, it's just going to be an amazing video for fathers out there because I have a guest in the house who will be talking or will be actually having conversation regarding fatherhood, right here. And remember, on Sunday is actually Father's Day. So what a perfect time to have this conversation. So are you ready? Allow me to introduce my guest to you. You're very much welcome. Thank you for joining us in today's conversation.
Thank you, Ini. Thank you for having me around. I am grateful for that opportunity.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let me allow you to introduce yourself to my audience.
Okay. My name is Karani Simon. I am married to one, Janet. I'm a father of three, Joy, Emmanuel, and Nathan. And I love the Lord as my personal savior.
Wow, thank you so much, Karami, for that introduction. I can hear you said you are a father of three.
Yes.
Perfect. So I believe you are the right person to actually have this conversation with us because you'll be talking to us from the angle of an experience, being a father, for quite some time now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, before we get into today's conversation, let me just ask you this. Would you like to share with us the ages of your children? How old are they? Your firstborn, your second, third?
Yeah, my firstborn is 9 years old. My second born will be turning 8 in September. My last born, third born, will be turning 6 in August.
Wow.
So they are almost in the same age group.
Perfect. Yeah. So, Karani, let's talk today. Arising to my fatherly roles in the life of my child. I believe that's a very important aspect when it comes to parenting. Fathers, right?
Yes.
How important is a father to a child?
I would say a father speaks life to the child. And how a father speaks life to a child, it is like the father who makes the child. So the role is so great such that it cannot be ignored. Actually, it can be very difficult for a child to be without a father. In Africa settings, when a father would have died, those days, an uncle was coming in to fill the gap of the father because they realize the importance of a father. So we cannot ignore the role that a father plays in a child's life.
Wow. So, I'm just going to give you this platform to speak to fathers, speak to your fellow fathers, in the house right now, okay? So arising to the role of fatherhood. Someone is probably asking, how do I do that? So just talk to us. The floor is yours. Take your time.
Okay, thank you, Amy. I would like to start by saying that being a father, it is not just by providing food, that is good, providing school fees, that is good, providing clothing, that is good, but it should go beyond that. If you end it by providing the food, providing the basic needs, yes, you are doing well according to the standard of the world, but it should always go beyond that because you are the one to make that person and to prepare that young person to be able to face the world in the future. You are the one to prepare him and to mold him or her such that even when you are not there, they will be able to stand by their own. And you can agree with me, today we have a lot of challenges in the world. It is not like the days of our grand or our parents. Today, there are a lot of challenges that are facing them, especially within their young age and also their youth age. So if you don't make them, if you don't equip them to be as with the ability to face the uncertainty, then with the education, even with good feeding, you might lose them to the world. And one way or one thing that I have realized that we make them, it is through the word that we speak to them. The words that we speak to them, and we speak over their life, over them. Because our words as a father, they can destroy or they can build. And someone by the name Dr. Charles Stanley says that whatever we sow, we shall reap. And we shall reap it later, and we shall reap it more than we sow. So if we speak to them life, if we speak to them good things, if we speak to them uh, uh, things that will help them in their life, that's what we shall see in the future. And you see, words are very powerful. You cannot ignore what words do to us. You allow me to quote Bible in Genesis 27, 39, 37, sorry. Isaac told Esau that I have made your brother to be your master. How did he made him? He made him by speaking words over him. He spoke words like your brother will serve you, you will get the good things of the world. He made him by speaking the words. So the words that we speak to them, the words that we give to them, not only when they are big, but from the time they are 1 year old, accumulative words that we speak to them, it's like we are making them through our words. So if you find yourself most of the time you are speaking words like you don't think, you are a fool, you look like your mother, I don't know where you came from. Those words, they are building that person, that young person, and you shall see it in the future. You may not see it now, but wait until the future. Those words will start now manifesting. They will start manifesting because you have been speaking negative words upon them. You tell them that they get nothing in school, they are good of nothing. Let me tell you, you are sowing some seeds. You are speaking. You are ruining their future. Speak good words to them. Make them by the words. I when I was reading that scripture, I was amazed by the word I have made. I have made him. So it is, and how did he made it? By the word that he spoke. So we make them by the word that we speak. And unfortunately today, I would think there are so many people who are struggling because of the words that were spoken upon them in their life. So the words that we speak, they are making them. If we speak negative things, that's what we are making our children. So even if they are not good, even if you see it's not good in school, just know that is a standard of the world. You can still speak good words upon them. I don't know if you have something to ask about that or to add about that, about the words that you speak upon them.
As you're just speaking, I was just realizing the power of the tongue. So basically, what you're saying is a father has a very high authority over their children, and their words can make or break this child. Wow, that's so powerful. And I think this also applies to other aspects of our lives. What we confess actually comes to manifestation, right?
Yes, true.
This is
so. Yeah, so we have to agree that there is a position of authority that fathers have that no one else can have over your life.
Yes.
And I've come to realize and to appreciate this, that yes, we have some people who can be over our life as the authority, But there's people that are under us as fathers. We have a higher authority upon them. And if we speak good things upon them, it will stick. Some people think of blessings like just properties, land, and the physical thing that you see. But there is another blessings that comes through the word spoken to us.
Exactly.
You can also take another example of a person like Noah. When this young man, Ham or Canaan, saw his nakedness, the father spoke and he said that you shall be a servant to the servants of your brothers. Can you imagine? You shall be a servant to the servants of your brothers. Then he spoke to the other two kids and he said that they will be blessed and Canaan will be their servant. So the words that we speak, it's not about leaving them an estate behind. It's not about having a great properties for them and just having some property for them that they can inherit. Even the one we speak, because those properties they can vanish within a day, but the words that we speak and live upon them, they will always be there. So I think one of the things that as fathers we should do and we should change, especially as African. Sometimes I think in the generation of our grandfather and fathers, I think we didn't realize more the power of words. And you see parents speaking a lot of things to their children. Unfortunately, not all of us have changed, but I think that's one of the things that we need to change, the words that we release to our children. And sometimes we may not know when we are speaking them. So it is always good to always be careful, always be careful. So, because sometimes we speak out of ignorance or I think we need to change the way we speak so that we can always speak good things to them. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Karani, thank you so much for sharing that. It's really sinking in, and I want to believe that fathers out there are listening to this conversation we are having right here. And maybe just to ask, probably on behalf of our father who is probably watching us, having this conversation, and they're asking, as a father, what role do I have, in the life of my child? Okay, the child is born, the child is here. As a father, where do I come in? What role do I have? What are my roles? Are there specific roles that I'm supposed to be doing, or we just flow as the child grows? What would you say, with your experience of being a father for quite some years now?
I would say that someone said that as a father, there are some things that you really need to have. Maybe that's a reminder to some of us, or it is new to some of us. You always need to be present. You don't need to be an absentee father. You need to be involved in their growing up. You also need to provide protection, and protection is can be in different ways. Can be protecting them from. Of course, some of us knows what has been eating up our families where we come from. We know where our people have been falling. We know what has been fighting our family. So if you, as a father, you are able to defend and protect your children from that which has been a struggle for your lineage behind you, then you are protecting them and it will not fight them. For example, if you know that in your family you have been struggling with drunkenness, you have been struggling with issues with family instability, then you really need to work on that and to solve it at your generation, at your point, such that it will not cross over to your kids. They will not be fighting the battles that have been fought by your people. At least it should end with you. So you are protecting them from the things that have been bringing down your people. So not only the protection of putting a good gate, that is good enough. Putting up measures of insurance, that's okay. But beyond that, how about the things that cannot be catered for by the insurance? How about the things that cannot be protected by good education? So if you yourself you can be able to fight them totally, that they'll not cross over to your kids, then I think you would be doing a great service to your children. At least they will be standing on your shoulder to fight other battles, not the battles that have been fought way back by the generation. Then someone else say that you are a prince, you do command, uh, you issue decrees to your children. Now maybe that one can fall what we are talking about speaking to them. You are also the young prophet. You are the one who speaks good things upon them. You are the one who direct their life. You help them to navigate life by how you point right to them. And also, I think you should be the number one friend. Yeah, I think I would say that. I don't know.
Wow, wow, wow. I was just taking note of the point you were bringing out. You said they should be present fathers, should protect their children, the priest, and then the fourth one you mentioned being the friend to your children. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Because I think some fathers don't believe they can be friends with their children. So it's always very serious and authoritative all the time. So I think fathers need to come down to the level of also being friends with their children as well. You mentioned being a present dad. Karani, I want to believe you're working. How have you been able to navigate through balancing work and being a present dad? Because probably there are other fathers who are also struggling with that. They need to work and provide, and at the same time, they need to be present in the life of their children. How have you been able to do that over the years of being a parent to your father to your children?
Someone say that the first 5 years of parenting or the children, they are very important. And I'm grateful to God that for all our kids, the first 5 years, we were always around them. By the grace of God, then, we were all working from home when all of them were under 5 years. So when they come from school, they will find that as they go to school, they will leave at the house. So I think that one was very helpful. And I think also having no engagement in the evening, a lot of engagement in the evening, that is that I'm really out. I'm really out of the house in the evening. Actually, I find myself, it's very awkward for me to be late in the evening. So I think by that, I've been present to them. And according to me, maybe there is something they can say that I have not been present to them. But hopefully, not saying that I'm 100% good, because yes, you can be present, but you are also occupied. So I would think those are two things. It is something that we can try to adjust and make sure that we are present and also we are much occupied.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Karani. So far, I believe the conversation is getting on well. Right now, I just want you to talk to a father out there who is probably listening to this conversation and they feel like they have not been doing well, giving their best as a father to their children. As we approach this Father's Day, on Sunday, what would be your advice to such a father who is feeling already guilty that they have not been present or they have not been doing their best as a father to their children?
I think I would say that we can always have a point of turning back. You are not too late to go back and try to make correction of the things that you think you have not done well. There is not too far that you have gone that you cannot start all over again. If you have been speaking bad things to your children, you can start now undoing them. Because I think there is a verse that says that if we find ourselves we have been entangled by words, we use words to get out of the traps that we have get ourselves into. So you can start today speaking good things to them. So even if you think you have spoke a lot of bad things about them, you can still even now try to start all over again. So it is not that it is too messy to be rectified. You can still start all over again. And let me tell you, Amy, I was looking at what David said one day in his Psalms, and he said that a righteous man, an upright man, a good man, uh, that who is delighted in the Lord, his seed, meaning his children, they will be strong on the earth, and there will be blessings in their generation. So one of the other way to make sure that our children are blessed and they are strong is for us to be upright. That is a principle, whether you believe it or not. It is for us to be upright. And our uprightness will make it our children to be strong. Okay, it is not always good to, it's good to be busy working for them. It is good to look well for them. And I'm saying, yes, we need to do that diligently, but at the same time, we need to take care of them, their inner them. Because all those things, we have seen parents die and their children selling everything and getting into the drugs. All what they have worked for, all in their life, just get, it's just evaporate within a year or within a month. So we can all of us start once again to take care of them, to take care of who they are. You are not going too far, and you can still get back and get them better and speak over them and look after them. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Karani, for that. Maybe before I get to the next advice I would like you to give out there, let me ask this. If I heard you very well, you are a father to a daughter and you also have sons, right? So this fatherly role that we are talking about in this conversation, is it only applicable to a father to a son or father to a daughter? Or what can you say about that with regards to, is a father supposed to only relate very well to the sons or to both son and daughter?
I would strongly say both. Because all of them are your children.
Yes.
And if one of them is hurting, you also be hurting. So it will be both girls and boys. You should take care of them equally.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Should treat them equally. Because I think
Yes,
that
exactly.
we still have that belief that boy child are more important than girl child. So I think that's where the question was coming in from, because probably there's someone who still has that narrative that boy child are more important than girl child. Yeah, but I like the way.
Yes, there is that narrative, but not in the current era that we are in. Even a girl child is very,
yes,
to me, the daughter is the firstborn. So and I normally see how he is taking care of the boys. So we cannot say that the girl child is a disadvantage compared to boy child. They are all equal.
Yes.
And they are all children. Yeah.
Yes. I like the way you said that they should be treated equally. And I think that's
Exactly.
the way it should be done, because there should be no discrimination between those
Yes.
genders. So, Karani,
Yeah.
talk to a child out there who has grown up, over the years with fatherly heart. This might be a hard one, but someone is just sitting there and probably wondering right now, okay, Father, fine, this week, Father's Day, but I've never really experienced fatherly love from my father. And they have carried that heart and that pain for years in their lives. What would you like to tell such a child, out there who's probably watching this video?
One, I will tell them maybe what their father did. They acted out of ignorance, or they didn't know what they were doing. So the best way is to forgive the father, and uh, and know that even if he failed, uh, you cannot fail also. The first step for healing is to forgive. And once you forgive, you just need to go back. If you can find him, just try to make a relationship. It might be hard, but that's the only way out to forgive and to make up the relationship. And also, I would tell you that by the fact that there is God who can be able to redeem time, everything that has been lost. You see, for us men, we are limited. We may not be able to do everything that we would be willing to do to make things better. But there is God who can redeem even time. So the first thing is to forgive, and also to realize that God can be able to make all the years, all the relationship that has been so hard for you. With God, everything is possible. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Karani. Just as we round up the video, what would be your parting shot with regards to this conversation we've had here, arising to your fatherly role in the life of your child? What would be your parting shot with regards to this topic?
I would say that we need to know that the children that we have been given by God is for us to mold them according to the plan of God in their life. It's a higher responsibility that God have trusted 2 or 3 or 4 kids for you to help them navigate to become what God wants them to be. So you have a very high responsibility that we shall give an account to. So the way we make them, remember we have said that we make them through the one that we speak, and through how we relate to them. The way we make them, are we making them to be what God intended them to be? Or are we destroying what God had planned for them? What are we doing with them? Yeah.
Wow, what are we doing with the children that God has given to us? And I'm sure we will all account for what we are doing to our children, whether you are a father or a mother, you all account for it before God. So we need to be very careful how we take care of these children, how we behave, what we are doing to them as their parents. Thank you so much, Karani, for gracing our channel and just having this conversation. I believe it's a very good and timely conversation. My prayer is that through this conversation we've had, one or two parents, our fathers out there will be impacted. We'll be able to make amends and try to relate better with their children and take good care of them as a father. I like the way you've emphasized so much on the words of the mouth of a father. A father blesses. A father should speak positive things into the life of their children. And I want to believe it doesn't also apply to parenting alone, but also other aspects of our lives. Let's learn to use our words positively and speak life into every situation and everything that is around us. Thank you so much, Karani. And to you out there, I want to believe that this video has helped you in one way or the other. Let me know what you think about this conversation we've had right here with my guest. by just commenting in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. And if there's anything we've left out in this conversation, please feel free to leave it as well in the comment section so that we can always learn together. Go ahead and like this video if you've enjoyed this conversation. And if you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, Karani, what do you tell them?
Subscribe to this YouTube channel and you get more that are coming up. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you so much. So you've heard it right there from our guest. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so that you get to watch and see more videos from us. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, please stay positive always and take good care of those blessings that God has given to you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.